Would you pick me in a room full of women?
A room full of women?
Yeah.
Why am I in the room?
Well, I don't know. Why are you in the room? Why'd you go in the room?
Because you told me to go in the room.
I don't recall telling you to go into any room. I just asked.
You just asked if I was in the room with full of women.
How do you even know you're in the room? You could be on one of those two-way glasses.
You just asked
and you
me
could be
a
looking
question.
through the room, but now all of a sudden you're in the room.
Because you.
And you inserted yourself. I didn't even think about that.
Yes, I would pick you. Is that the right answer?
Not anymore. It would have been if you wouldn't have asked, well, why am I in the room? I don't know. I have no idea.
So why did
That
you...
wasn't, I didn't think about that. And now I'm thinking about it. Now I'm upset. Because why are you in the room?
Hi guys, welcome to Single, Married, Separated, Divorced and Single Again. And for your girl, obviously married again. I always say that. Anyway, so today we have a very short episode because today is Wednesday the 9th and I'm flying today, as I told you in the yesterday video. But my videos sometimes come later than the day I recorded it, so I don't even know when this one is gonna happen, because I had to, I packed and everything, but I had to like do some things and so on. But today's video is gonna talk about the differences between men and women, and I'm gonna use example. I'm gonna record another video. I have to go out quickly. I'm gonna record another video when I come back. But okay, so this is what I'm gonna say at the beginning of it all. Men are solution-based, women are problem-based, in the sense of like, and that doesn't mean that it's gonna make women look bad and men look good and so on. It's just that men just want to solve problems. Like they are very solution-based. They want to, because remember they are the head of the family, right? So as the head, you want to make sure that your people under you are taken care of, they are good, and men are really trying to do that, while women are, having this. Okay, so anyway, before I go any further, please, you know what, guys, like, subscribe, and please push that notification button so that every time we upload a new video, I don't have to send it to you. You will be notified. The other thing also that I came with now is that because I have 4 different YouTube channels and I will never know which one you're interested in listening to, what I did is that I put all the links of the 3 channels into this channel, and in the other channel I put the links of the other channel. So basically when you go to my YouTube channel and you read the description of what the channel is all about, you're gonna see a lot of links, links for the other 3 YouTube channels, also links to, like, for example, this channel, Facebook, this channel, TikTok, this channel. All those things are gonna be there. Let's get started today. So I'm gonna use an example of myself and my husband, because I think it's always good to use your own example, whether maybe it's a bad experience or a good experience. I'm very transparent, so I don't want this thing where I only share the good, but I don't share the bad and the ugly. No, let's share everything, right? So this is the thing. As I have said before, me and my husband are completely the same. One of the reasons I lost my husband some years ago, because remember, I met this man 15 years ago, before I met the man that I was married to in my second marriage for 15 years. I met him before, right? But there's what they call opposite attracts, and we are the same. So not only that, obviously, like there was other things, but now that I get to know him, I realized that it's the way he laughs. So back then, I felt like he was very obsessed with me. Now, obsession is not a good thing. Some people will think that, oh, but that's good if he was obsessed with you. It's not really good, because most men, when somebody's obsessed with you, you are afraid that it's gonna be like, if I can have you, those kind of things. So he was the kind of person that would call me like 10 times, back then when we met. Like, he was very, very much into me. But that scares me because I didn't know love that way. And I think we were also young at that time. So I wasn't really, Now that I get to know him now, it's different because he's still the same. He called me still 10 times. Sometimes I have to say, sweetheart, I'm recording, so don't call me. And we're going to talk about that, sweetheart, in the next video. You're going to laugh about it because it's so hilarious how women and men think, differently in different things. No, but going back to the point, so they say opposite attracts, right? But me and my husband are actually the same. So that was part of why I lost him. But to go back to the story, because we are the same, we kind of like, for example, I'm very talkative. He's also talkative, but he's very mixed. Like, he's so quiet, but he's also talkative. Now, going back to the solution-based, from a man perspective, to a woman problematic kind of, a way of doing things. Well, please don't take that as a negative thing, okay? So let me use the example of what I'm trying to say. So for example, I will call my husband and I'm telling him a story of something that happened and so on. Because remember, we are in a distant relationship. That's why I'm leaving today, okay? Anyway, so before I could even finish, my husband can listen to me 45 minutes, especially when I'm preaching about the word of God. He loves, he always say that he loves the way he loves my relationship with God, my simple relationship with God. He loves how I talk to God. He loves how I say things. And yesterday we were actually talking about it. Like, I was saying something, and then he's like, the way you talk sometimes, it's almost like you are in control, like it's going to happen. And I'm like, sweetheart, you have not realized that, but you're actually the same. And sometimes it's almost like, remember, it becomes like I'm jealous of you. Like, men are so different, to be quite honest. Men are so different. Because sometimes the way he talks, it's like he's so in control, like he knows that's going to happen. And I'm like, why do you talk as if you are God? But that's faith. Why am I worried about him talking about like that way when I do the exact same thing, right? He would not complain about that, but I will complain. My God, women. Anyway, going back to the point. So, because men are solution-based, so when I'm talking to him, like I'm talking to him about something, I'm telling him something, in the process, he want to give me a solution. He will say, okay, my wife, I will do this so that, this and this. So he's trying to help me, right? But sometimes that irritates me because I'm like, I want you just to listen. Like, it's not that I'm telling you this so that you can solve it. I'm just telling you this is what happened. But because a man is solution-based, he wants to give you advice. Like, you know what? Do this, don't do this, do this, don't do this.
A few minutes where you can vent your feelings or sort things out or just have a good listener. If you want me to help you solve the problem, let me know. I'm here to help you solve the problem, but maybe that's not what you need right now. Maybe what you need is a good listener and just somebody who is on your side.
Sometimes I only want him to listen, right? And that's the other thing with women and men. Women can go about something for like an hour. I'm not talking about preaching now. Just something for an hour. The men will listen to probably 5 minutes of that. But then you want him to be able to actually narrate to you what you said and, all those stuff. My eyes are still not like that, okay? But I didn't want to talk with those glasses. So I guess what I want to say is that we need to get to know each other from a perspective of how is a man and how is a woman. And I'm not only saying that the women need to get to know what a man stands for, but also the men need to know what a woman stands for. I think that's why we have such a very easy relationship. Because my husband will be like, oh, my wife, you are such a drama queen. But when I say, okay, sweetheart, I'm so sorry, it's really, maybe I'm too dramatic, I'm going to stop this drama. Then he's going to say, no, don't stop the drama. I love that. I think because men are solution-based, they want to be able to solve those drama that you bring to the to the table. Anyway, I always say that I'm not even like, I'm not, it's not about, for me, it's not about I'm bringing something to the table. because I am the table. I'm a full package of everything, to be quite honest. And when I say that, it's not pride, guys. You need to know what you bring, what you are. Like, what do you bring to the table? Like in my case, I don't bring anything to the table because I'm the table. You know, I'm a full package. You need to know who you stand for, what you stand for, and all that. So in that sense, as I'm trying to say that, because men are different from their thinking than women, when we don't get to know those differences amongst us, we're going to have problems, you know. And I'm going to discuss it throughoutly in our next video, but I'm going to play some funny videos of, you know, AI has created this thing where, you know, a man and a woman are talking about something, and then they put like little children as if they are talking, and I think it makes it create all the fun. So I'm going to share some funny videos about how women think and how men think, and you know, the whole drama, you know, kind of thing. And if you're not careful, those drama actually can turn into real arguments that can make you guys start fighting constantly, and at the end of the day, you guys end up divorcing, or you end up, you know, like your relationship is just turning into bitter arguments and all that. But the whole thing is that you guys are different. That's the whole thing. It's not that the woman is wrong or the man is wrong. It's because you guys are different and you think different when it comes to things.
If I was dying and the only way you could save me was to kiss your ex, would you do it?
You're dying?
Yeah.
I have to kiss my ex?
Yes.
To save you?
Yes, that's the only way to save me.
That's the only way?
Yeah.
Okay, so then I would break up with you, then you'd be my ex, then I would kiss you, and then you'd be saved.
You didn't say we'd get back together. Oh, so you want to break up with me? That's what you're saying.
No.
You want to break up with me? That was too quick of an answer. How would you even think of that?
Really? Because it's a lose-lose.
Babe, you're dying. I'll just break up with you so you can be my ex. But
that was really thoughtful.
No, it's not. You want me to die, or you
I'm
want to break up with
saving
me?
your
I don't know
life.
what it is. I don't know what it is.
I just
Why
saved
would-
your life by kissing you.
The crazy thing is, you've probably been feeling this way for months and haven't said one word until I asked you this
because
question.
we'd be in a point in our life where someone said you have to kiss your ex. To
No, that's not what I mean. I meant you were quick to have that answer, so you've already been thinking that you wanted to break up with me.
Like me and my husband, as I always say, we are not the opposite. So when they say opposite attract, forget about it. It's gonna let you lose a good man or a good woman. Forget about it. It's not always the case. Yes, sometimes opposite attract, but me and my husband, we are exactly the same person. Like we are almost identical twins. I posted a video before I even started dating him that when I share that I had these three men that I needed to choose from, and that's my choice, right? Some people, this is the reason why I always suggest that you have to get to know three different people, as long obviously as you don't go sexual with them. But because women are nurturing, the first person they meet, they actually already thinking, this is my future husband. But you haven't gotten to know them. But when you have 3 choices or 4 choices or 5 choices, then you have the choice of getting to know that this one, like, he gets angry when I say this trigger him, and this one and all that, and you get to know and make an informed choice of who you really want. So in that case, as I say, it's very important to know what you are getting into, what you want, what you think you can complement each other, and so on. But with my husband, because I hate the word opposite attracts, I lost him. And even when, you know, we reconnected after my divorce, and now I'm having these 3 wonderful men that I need to kind of choose from, even though he was clicking everything. He's tall, he's handsome, he's smart. I mean, when I say smart, I'm not only talking about smart, but like, he knows politics, which is a topic that I'm so passionate about. He knows things that I'm surprised, like, I'm doing a degree in politics, and he is not like studying politics, he didn't, but he knows politics more than me, you know. He clicked all the boxes. He's kind, he's gentle, at my age, at that moment, I actually didn't want to date a broke man, because I'm not a gold digger, and as I was growing up, I didn't mind starting a life with a person, you know, us helping each other and so on. But at my age, I just decided that I wasn't looking for a wealthy man, but I was not gonna date a broke man. And he was financially stable. He had 2 stable businesses, a real estate business and a security business. Obviously, he closed the real estate business when I told him to move to Cameroon, after being 15 years in South Africa. And now we are running the security company together, which is quite good. But he had all these things. From 10 points, he probably got 15 points, 15 out of 10. That's a lot. But because of the fact that the opposite attract was in me, I was not going to date him. You know, the reason I say he was the perfect candidate is because he fits in my whole example of, like, he doesn't drink, he doesn't smoke. And I think I do have a history of not dating men that smoke or drink. My first husband never smoked or drink. Obviously, later, I wasn't part of that life. He apparently started drinking, but that's not my business. He doesn't drink anymore, I think. And then my second husband also never drink or smoke before. The only time my second husband started drinking, and this is a problem with me, I think I'm very bad at, like, deciding when to do something. So the time that he ever started drinking here and then was when I asked him for a divorce, because I asked him for a divorce at the wrong time. He was traveling to South Africa. He was flying today, and I'm sitting him down and I'm like, you know what, sweetheart, I think we need to come to a point where we just being honest with each other. I think I want a divorce, and I think we talked about this before. I'm not happy about your music. I don't have a problem with you believing that that's your brand and you've built it, and I'm the one who encourage you that you have a good voice, that you know why can you think of music? But it doesn't mean that you had to play those music. And I probably will put one of my ex-husband music videos here so that you understand what I mean by that type of music. Because remember, when I met my second husband, he was a junior pastor in the church. So he was a pastor. If I meet you as an actor in Nigerian movies, then I don't mind you, being an actor, because, that's, whatever that is, I've taken it. But if I met you as a junior pastor, and now the music is kind of, I feel like it's exposing not only you, but like kind of, I think what I need to say is that the music, like nowadays, I think it's fashion that it's kind of common that artists want to think that when girls that are naked are dancing in the music video, it makes it more famous. I don't think so. And I think, obviously, him being a musician, he thought that was also the case. So let me share that music video first, and then we can come back and continue.
This your body language, now they make me romantic. This your body language, now they take me to call me. Yo for me dada, yo be yokoto dada. We go like a coke bottle, the way you twist and shake it, oh get you. You touching me whole life and all over you. Pepe them akarodo. She they make my man them dogodo. Give it to them lolo. Make you show them coco.
Anyway, going back to the solution based things that I said, men are solution based, so they want to solve a problem. So when you come with a problem like, oh no, somebody at work, your colleague did this and this, they want to solve that problem. But sometimes you want them to only listen, you know what I mean? So we need to be just considerate about each other's way of doing things and where we are coming from. So from me, Jehovah, take care. And next video, we're going to discuss this in details. Bye.